Hi, I'm Brennan, and this is my PowerPoint about video games. Well, when I first started playing video games, this was my first system. It was the Atari 5400. I got this for Christmas one year when my mom got it refurbished from her college days, and she gave this to me to play. Well, of the past few years, I've probably played about 2,000 hours of video games, and that's a lot. Well, I used to come home after high school, and I did the math because I used to come home and I'd play from the time that I got home to the time that I went to bed. And I'd probably stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning playing video games sometimes. My freshman year in high school, I went out and bought an Xbox 360. Well, that was because everyone in my school had been talking about it. They kept talking about these cool games that I never got to play. And so I finally went out and took some of the money that I've been working for and saving up, and I went out and bought one. Well, without buying the Xbox, I wouldn't have met some of my best friends that I still talk to today. The first game that I ever got for Xbox 360 was Halo 3. Halo 3 is where I met most of my friends, and a few of us created a Machinima series back and forth on YouTube. It never really got anywhere, but hey, it's fun to try, right? I'm sure most of you have gotten the parents' lecture about put down your video games and come eat, or put down your video games and go do your schoolwork. You never do your schoolwork. Well, my mom always used to tell me that my schoolwork was the most important thing and video games would never get me anywhere in life. Well, it turns out that I ended up going to Full Sail University, and now I do computer animation and gaming. It is my life now, and I always make fun of my mom, and every once in a while I'll say, "Hey mom, remember when you used to tell me that?" And look where I am now. Well, all my life I grew up with this company, and this is where I want to work one day because when I was a kid, I used to play baseball all the time. I used to play all the Major League Baseball games, but the game that really got me involved into the career that I want to go to is a game called Battlefield Bad Company. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is where it started for me because my friend called me up one day. He said, "Hey, you got to get this new game, Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's cool." So I was like, "Okay, dude, I'll go and pick it up." Sure, why not? So I ended up picking it up, and it was everything that I've always wanted in a game. It was a huge multiplayer map with battlefields and tanks, and you could fly airplanes and helicopters all in one map, not just like it wasn't like Call of Duty or anything like that I've ever seen that I've seen before, because those are just run around and shoot people. It had vehicles and all those things that really got me interested. And another game that came along later that really made me want to do things, it inspired me even more, was when EA came out with the Frostbite 3 engine. And the destruction engines and the visual effects were just absolutely incredible. The reason I love video games so much is because video games have brought books and stories and things to life. Not just like movies where you watch them and there's someone else's vision, but when you play a video game, yes, it is someone else's vision, but you get to act out the character. You get to make decisions and things that you would never get to do in real life. It's amazing, and I look forward to what the future brings in video games. Well, thank you all for listening to my hobby, and I hope that this inspires you to go make video games or play video games or whatever you want to do. But thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.